Yo, what's up, fam? Von Hennig Gambit, oh no, my queen line. I've got a quick game to share with you, and this is a really good example of the fact that you can have a really quick game. You can utterly crush your opponent's nuts in your jaws, and still there's a lesson to be learned. So what we're going to do is, I've had a sneak look at the review. What we're going to do is going to play through the game, and then I'm going to add this game to my Von Hennig study, okay, with notes and analysis so that I can review it and learn my lessons for next time. So what is the Von Hennig Gambit? Well, it's a response to the Caro-Kann, and white plays d5. So far this is all perfectly normal. You play your knight out. I think the most common move here is to take, okay, and you don't take back. You bring out your bishop. The key thing is here that we are targeting f7. We have eyes on this pawn and it's currently undefended, so there are two natural ways to defend. One's more natural than the other. You will most often see knight to f6. Then what we do is we go Geertz Peters style or Black Mardima style, and we push the f3 pawn. So saying to black, look, you've got this kind of awkward pawn here that you're going to have to babysit. Why don't you just swap it off? And they invariably do, normally do, and you recapture with the knight. And then the move that we are waiting for is bishop to g4. Now, if you're a follower of the channel, you will know that the correct move here is to take on f7 with the bishop. If the knight takes back, you can now play knight to e5, which does expose your queen, but it's immaterial because black's in check, right? Black has to get out of check, then your knight swings back and captures the bishop. If they take you, your queen then takes, and you're in a very good position. Now, according to the engine, that is the more accurate continuation, but it's not quite the most fun continuation because yours truly then plays the move knight e5 in half a second, hoping, because by the way, look at this, opponents used 9 seconds so far, I've used all of 5 seconds, hoping that opponent just goes, ha ha ha, you fool, you blundered your queen, but then you capture here and it's checkmate, okay? So this is the idea of the oh no my queen line, and I have probably got a dozen wins in blitz with this line. In fact, some in rapid too. Okay, so opponent now has a jolly good think for 20 seconds. It has to be noted you can't play bishop back to h5, although it seems to be defended by the knight. It ain't, because you can simply take the bishop with your queen, and the knight can't capture because bishop there is still checkmate. The knight's out of reach. Okay, bishop here doesn't make any difference, right? So the only other realistic move is the move that my opponent found, Leo D. Zung. Bishop there, and obviously we continue with trading off the bishops and giving black double isolated king pawns, Dick P, as we like to say. Now what does white do from here? White castles. Okay, and this is a position that I have had a few times at the very least. Okay, we have pressure. Okay, this king can't move, right? So what we want to do is we want to develop and apply more pressure. h5, not the cleverest move, okay? Now, at this point, I play my knight in here thinking, oh look, a fork. Right? I know, I've now moved this piece 3 times. 1, 2, 3, okay? 3 times. I got excited because there's a fork. Comes in here. Now, I could here grab the bishop, but I mean, seriously, how much danger is that bishop? None. This bishop is in manacles right now, okay? So that would be a foolish thing to do. So now I bring out my bishop. Now I want to get my queen off the back rank, and I just want to go in and try and kill my opponent. Now, he brings his king out here. I swing around with check, because checks are good, right? And he comes back, and now I decide to grab the knight. Okay, the point is here, can you see the threat for black, right? Point is that this pawn that's moved from h7 to h5 is a target. If I could put my queen on that square, oh no, right? This isn't good. But that pawn is currently defended by the knight, so we trade off the knight. Very much expecting them to recapture the e7 pawn and repair the pawn chain, repair the pawn structure. They didn't do that. Why didn't they do that? What's wrong with that move? It would probably have been better, to be honest. Anyway, they recapture with g, and then the final move of the game is queen takes h5, right? He's in check, king can't move. The only way to block is to put the rook here, and then that would be checkmate. Now, so I am going to show you the process that I follow. We've done this before. This is the Gromit method, kind of, but abbreviated. And I'm going to pull up my studies. So studies, white against, hang on, against the Caro-Kann, von Hennig Gambit. Okay, that's what we do. So let's pull this up, and we've got, we've got a line for this. We've got a, oh no, my queen, bishop h6 isn't, bishop e6 is the line. So this, this is the line. This is how it goes. So this is what I've prepared, right? And there's 480 odd games. In fact, let's open it up to the full. Oh, that's only at the top level. Wow. How many games? 44,000 games Knight has taken here. Okay, 52,000 in total. Okay, you do this, they take, bishop comes out, yeah. Still 15,000 from this point. Oh. Well, I've done the wrong move order on this, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, same position. Knight comes, oh, completely wrong move order. Okay. But this is the oh no, my queen position anyway, right? 2,000 things. Bishop takes d1 has happened 471 times, and with 100% win rate for white, because it's mate in 1. Okay, so that's what you're banking on. Around 3 times more than that is bishop to e6, and the pawn to e6 has also been played. Pawn to e6 just drops the bishop, right? And queen c8, I've had queen c8, I've lost after queen c8 once in a rapid game. Bishop h5 similarly just loses 96% of the time. Okay, so this is the best move, and takey, and the most common moves are like that. Anyway, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go von Hennig Gambit, oh no, my queen, denied. In fact, let's say game number 1. Okay, bishop e6. That's annoying. You have to remember to paste the PG in first. Game number 1. Von Hennig Gambit. Oh no, my queen denied. Bishop e6, and paste your PGN. Why can't you paste the PGN into an empty chapter? I don't know. Anyway, so here we go, and we're going to get rid of this variation because it's irrelevant. Okay, we'll look up, turn on the fish. La di da, la da, da. Yeah, slightly inaccurate. They play knight f6. This is all good. We play here. Now what should they play here? b5. b5 is also good, but actually ef is fine according to the engine. Black's slightly better. Okay, black is still slightly, but this is actually a mistake. In fact, I'm going to call that a blunder. That is a blunder. However, if we go back, bishop g4 is the second most common move played across the board. e6 is slightly more common, okay, but I've seen bishop g4 a whole load of times, and white does very well. Okay, so bishop comes out, bishop takes f7 is the better move, right? It's been played 5,500 times. No, bishop takes f7 is the most common move, 75% win rate for that. Okay, knight to e5, I mean it is the better move according to the engine. Knight to e5 has been played 2,400 times with a 76% win rate. So it wins in the real world slightly more of the time. Okay, so I do this, fine. And they play the best move. Now white is good here, right? It's not wrong to play owner my queen line. Okay, bishop takes e6 is the only move. You have to do that. They have to recapture or else it's plus 11. And then here it's saying queen d3 is best. Okay, so queen d3 is the best move. Bishop to g5 is second best. And short castles is third best, okay? I play short castles. Okay, the third best move was still plus 1.7. And this, I mean, that's a complete blunder, right? There we go, there's a blunder. And the blunder is because of, now the move that I played now is the dilly-dallying knight to g6, which is really pointless. Now the correct move here, the better move, is queen to d3, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to right-click force variation on this, and we're going to explore queen to d3, okay? This is the other variation. So from here, this position has only been seen a couple of times, and white has always won. Again, we're looking at the entire database, so black is not going to know this position. Okay, we are threatening to come in here with checkmate. That's the simple thing. Okay, so I'm going to say, you know, threat of, what is it, queen g6, checkity mate, and that's it. Okay, so if queen b6, then we just checkmate him. Oh no, now, oh, we can escape. Okay, but it's still terribly bad. But from that position, I'm guessing, oh, now here, actually, you don't do that straight away. Knight a4 is the more accurate. And if they go queen b4, I mean, queen g6 check it. No, queen g6 check is the move. Okay, so I mean it's totally winning. It's plus 10. Right, forget about that. So queen d3. What's the other move that's been played here? Knight b to d7, and that just falls to checkmate. Okay, so that this is the move we should play. Okay, it's not what I played in the game. What I played was this, and that's actually a blunder. It's actually a blunder. Right, I've lost 5 points of advantage. Okay, so that's a lesson already. They play meh, right? I now play meh, and again it's inaccurate. So we've gone from plus 4 to plus 3. Okay, let's put dubious move. There we go. Right. So what should I have played there? Bishop to f4 apparently. No, king h1. Okay, go figure. So, from here, I mean, this again is another blunder, right? But you know what? I mean, what's wrong with prepping for blunders? Blunders happen all the time. Okay. Now, knight e5 check is again not the best move. Why? Okay. We'll say inaccuracy for that, or say mistake for that. There was a better move. Can you see it? The better move is queen takes h5. Right, the rook has undefended the pawn. This knight is pinned, can't move. And what are we threatening? I mean, if king e8, king e8's probably, well, king e8 is the best move here. Whatever we do with this knight, he's still going to be in check. But actually, bishop takes f6. Wow. We still have this, right? You don't have to rush, right? Don't spaff your threat immediately, because the longer that threat is there, the more pain and discomfort it's going to cause. Okay, e takes f6. And then it's actually saying queen h7. Queen h7, and we have a trapped rook. What do you want? Shat it, right? And it's plus 10, right? Absolutely winning. So there you go. You know, a couple of lessons in there, a couple of important lessons in there, because I've seen this line many times. Let's have a quick check. Okay, my game's as white, lardy, dardy, there, oh, apologies, here, okay, knight out here, this, I mean, this, you know, this is now move 7, okay, and I've played knight e5 24 times with a, what was it, 88% win rate, okay, 24 times I've had this exact position, right, this position I've had 33 times, so there you go, and very high win rate. So if you're looking for something against the Caro-Kann, von Hennig Gambit is lush, so and you'll get this a lot, you know. So I've had this, what, 33 times, and how many times have I faced the Caro-Kann like this? You know, less than 200 times. Okay, with knight c3, I've done 157 times, you know, and so, what, 1 in 5, 6, what is that? I don't know. That 1 in 5 times, you will get into that very aggressive position. So there you go. Okay, hope that's useful. Thanks for watching. See you later.